Hey Gemini, we are here to do your Pathfinder read to see what your road to the Stone of Destiny is looking like as you close out those old karmic cycles, you leave behind the past, and you step into the eternal now to activate the stuff of your dreams. Let's see how it's going for you. We're going to start out without any further ado. We're not going to waste any time. This is for any Gemini placement. Strong placement in the third house, or if you happen to have Sagittarius rising, which makes you a Gemini descendant. We're going to see what paths you have before you at this time, the path that you are leaving behind, what you're closing out at this time, what's being left in the south node as you prepare to head on up to the north node to activate your destiny, your present path that you see before you according to your current vantage point, what your current perspective is, and then the hidden path that will emerge for you with the new moon in Sagittarius that will come in on November 30th, December 1st, depending on where you are in the world. And so we are going to jump right into it with the Halloween Oracle and see what we got going on here. We're going to just do a simple cut. All right, starting from the left, we have the hidden path that will emerge for you, Gemini, with that new moon in Sagittarius. We have your present path. According to your current perspective, it is subject to change at a whim, in fact, especially now that we have Pluto in Aquarius. The energy is going to be quite expansive as we continue to move throughout the year. And this here is the path you're leaving behind. So I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck energy. Well, we know you have protection as you're moving forward. Some of you feel really connected to your ancestors. Some of you made sure to give some offerings to your ancestors as we move through this time where the veil was at its thinnest. I think the veil is at its thinnest just in general anymore. It seems like the two worlds are sort of merging, at least from my perspective. And I know a lot of other people are having these kind of experiences too, but we know wherever you're going here, you do have your own spiritual goon squad, you could say. They got your back, they're looking after you, and your way ahead is not only lit up, but it is protected from interference, which is a good message to get right off the bat. Yes, and you have a lot of strength here as you're rising up out of the past. And yes, for a lot of you, your strength does come from your ancestors. I also feel that you're facing off with things that at one time in the past, it might have been really rough for you to overcome, but now it's like, I got this, you know? There's a certain resilience you have that you didn't have before. I do see you successfully closing out old cycles, moving beyond this and ready to hit the road to see what adventure lies ahead. You could be dealing with a Leo in respect to this, okay? Let's see what your present view is of your path ahead. Well, you feel like you're not quite sure where you're going, so you might be taking a moment to sort of let the path become more clear for you. You do feel like you have some blind spots here, and I think it's always wise to pause when we're not quite sure what the way ahead is. Sometimes it's good to just have that moment of just staying put, okay? And it was 3:33 on the clock, so yes, wait for the helpful alignments to come in. Wait for the helpful guides on your path to come in. I do feel like there is some light that will rise up out of that closing of old cycles, and it will give you a fresh perspective on how you need to move forward. Let's see what we got here. Top of the deck energy. Yes, invisibility, okay? So I do feel like there's even a lot about yourself that you're uncertain of right now. I do feel like your cloak of imperceptibility will fall away and you will be able to perceive the way forward. I think that the light will continue to build as we move up to the new moon time, but do look at this period between what was the Taurus full moon, the Beaver moon that came in on the 15th, and that gap between the new moon when the light returns. As we're moving through this waning moon period, the dark moon period, I think you're kind of getting a systems check, so to speak. You're looking within, you're figuring out, where am I at now? Who am I now? And what is the way forward? You also might be kind of like pulling your energy back, just making yourself a little bit scarce. You might be sort of sussing some things out. You might be trying to figure out who's authentic that's around you as well, okay? So I do feel like you're kind of like hanging out, and your energy may be a little bit more subdued at this time. But it's sort of because you're trying to get like a lay of the land, figure out who you're dealing with here, trying to understand others' intentions to factor into your situation, okay? Wherever you're moving toward, though, I do feel like it will be aligned with your authenticity. You want a path of integrity, a path of heart, and you don't want any more ambiguity. Like you want everything to be upfront on the table. You want to know what you're dealing with, okay? And then the hidden path that will come into view for you as we head on up to that new moon in Sagittarius. Ooh, well, I do see that the light will start to build, and it looks like you got some helpful people showing up on your path who are going to help you weave the way forward as you head on up to that stone of destiny. Important characters coming in that will play a significant role in how your destiny rolls out there. And this is all about community and web weaving. And this is the spirals of creation too. So I feel like what you're sort of like in a process of right now is you're separating what's truth and what's fiction, you know? Where is their deception and where is their authenticity? And you might need to make some cuts in that regard, I'm hearing here. I also feel like there's people that are coming in that are sort of lighting up for you, like, yeah, I'm in alignment with that. That's the direction I want to head in. And these are people that you're going to kind of like gather towards you, and you will be creating a new way forward together. I think you're all going to be like putting your heads together, so to speak, and just thinking of how can we move forward in a better way here, right? So there might be a certain illumination first that needs to come about where there has been deception or where there has been something that's felt a little bit sticky. All right, you might be dealing with a little bit of a sticky situation, but I do feel like you'll master that web and you'll get to the other side of it, and you will find a way forward. And what do we got here? Risk and reward. Okay, so this is something you'll be weighing out as the path is revealed before you. And I do think you have to consider the risks you took in the past and how that paid off. That has to factor into how you're moving forward. Some of you took a bite of a poison apple. It led you down a dark road, led you down a garden path, led you into temptation. And you know, it's a bite that bit back, you know what I'm saying? And you're still sort of integrating that experience. You do realize you got some wisdom out of it, you got some self-knowledge out of it, but you do need to weigh this out as you decide how you're moving forward here with these others that are in play. Also, make sure you're aligning with the right people. Not everybody who comes forward to collaborate with you is meant to collaborate with you. It might be too great of a risk to let some people in on this plan that you're hatching here. You'll have to make that call, okay? That's part of the challenge moving forward, all right? But I do feel like well-measured risks, they'll pay off big, okay? There is reward on offer here. So let's check it out. Let's see what some of the wild card elements may be as you move forward on your path, Gemini. We're using the Arcane BS deck. Well, we do have this particular beefcake here who's coming around flaunting the goods. Now, this could be somebody from your past. You may feel tempted to give them another shot. They may be looking good, and you might think, could it be so harmful to kind of entertain this? All right, that's going to be up to you. I do feel like this character's had their eyes on you for quite a while, and they are bringing in a cup of love here, and they're going to be pulling out all the stops. They're getting ready for you, Gemini. This is what I'm hearing. Or Gemini, you could be getting ready for someone, but I do feel like there's this desire here to revive something from the past, or somebody from the past is watching this action going on, and you do need to be aware of that. Let's get some more details about this and see what this is, Gemini. One of the wild card elements that Gemini needs to be aware of as they move forward on their path toward the stone of destiny, spirit. What are the wild card elements that Gemini needs to be aware of as they head forward on that path to the stone of destiny, as they transmute all of that south node action into the stuff of their dreams, landing in their north node? What are the wild card elements those blind spots lighted up for Gemini. What do they need to be aware of, Spirit? Yeah, I mean, you are dealing with some false people here, okay? And it's also an energy you need to be aware of that may have their eyes set on the same prize as you. I see that seagull energy there. It makes me think of that mine energy, that kind of grabby energy. This is somebody who is a fellow traveler, okay? This may be somebody you're linked up to right now, and you do need to be aware of this. This person is wearing a mask. They're wearing a false face. I also see that this person is a worker of the occult arts. I see that mojo bag they have attached to their waistband there. I just heard this is an initiate, okay? This is an initiate, but they may try to come off like they're an adept, okay? This person talks a good game, but can they back it up? All I know is this is somebody that's a fellow traveler, okay? And this person is a false face. You can't trust this false front. All right, let's see what other details we got coming in here. That energy there, it does sort of look like a hermit kind of character, you know, so it's possible that you could be dealing with a Virgo. Doesn't have to be. This person is probably somebody who's a little bit on the fringe, you know what I mean? They're sort of like on the outside of your usual social circle. This person may work with chaos magic, okay? This person likes to stir things up. We have a chaos mom here, okay? Somebody who doesn't play by the rules. I think you've done this dance before. In fact, you already brought something here to an end. You might have been pretty pissed off too in relation to this character. This has been a frustrating situation for you. All right, a little bit of a shapeshifter energy. Also somebody who likes to really cause a stir things up, get everything really activated. This is somebody who's a rule breaker here. And I do get that they like to work with chaos magic. In fact, that's the aim of the way they like to work. They like to really stir things up. Now, for those of you who are not on that path, I mean, but come on, man. You can kind of like, you can adapt it. You can adapt it to your belief systems. You can adapt it to your BS. You know what I'm saying? We are doing a quest read here. But do kind of make that magic working synonymous with manipulation, all right? This is somebody who enjoys sort of throwing a spanner in the works and then watching everybody scramble to figure things out. They feel like they got a lot of control in their hands at this time, I have to say, all right? And I think you've dealt with this before, and it's sort of repetitive here. You could go for another dance with this, I have to say, but you did already flush it. You do need to be prepared for this, because this is like a cat licking its butt for all of eternity, all right? If you think it'll be different, it won't. It's kind of the same old, same old. You'll deal with another round of this. So do be aware also of the unlikely suspects, okay? Not the usual suspects, the unlikely suspects. Because I'm getting the hint that maybe this person is somebody that you wouldn't usually sort of like question, right? You wouldn't usually question this person, but you'll get tipped off if you start seeing everything going awry, okay? If you notice that when you spend a lot of time with this person or you involve them in your plans moving forward, things start to just really snowball and go kind of out of control, you'll know who you're dealing with here. It would be best to flush it, I have to say. I think you've already flushed it once. You might have to flush it again and for good this time. Cut of the deck, and let's see what we got here. Yeah, I have to say, you're going to have to deal with somebody you've already dealt with before. We got digging ghost here, okay? This is somebody who comes around and they repeatedly dig up the old stuff. Just as you put it to rest, they go, no, we're not quite done with that. Let's dig it up again. Let's go for another round again. So do look for more of this. This is somebody who feels like they are in charge here, right? And it is a repetitive cycle. It will be the same old thing over again, right? And you do need to be prepared for this. This is somebody coming around digging up some old stuff as well. It's like it might start being sort of a a friendly advance. And then as time goes on, you realize that they're stirring up a bunch of old stuff. You're like, hey man, I didn't like the taste of this the last time. I don't want to deal with this again. What's on the other side here? We got sharp trombone and 3 sandwiches. Okay, so there could be 3 people involved in this situation. That's like the meat of the matter. And there's something going on here where, you know, they may be coming around kind of tooting their own horn a bit, I have to say, but I feel like these 3 here that are going to cross your path, they're a little bit in survival mode right now. And in one way or another, they might feel like you're in a position of power or you have some sway. So it's sort of like a kiss up kind of energy. I do feel like they don't really want to look at the meat of the matter. They're going to try to bypass that a little bit. So I do suspect they will use a lot of flattery. But before you know it, you'll get roped into a similar dynamic here. I also feel like where there's 3, there's one person here who's kind of the one that's mainly in charge and the others answer to this person. That's the one you need to be aware of because they are the ones who are stirring things up. I don't know why I got this energy, but I sort of feel like the other 2 are just sort of like along for the ride, much like you'll be if you're not live to this energy. So pay attention here, okay? You do need to be on the lookout for these characters. Now we're going to see what magics you'll need to carry forward with you as you head on that road to the Stone of Destiny. You need to have a good dose of hindsight. You need to activate those eyes behind your head. You know what I'm saying here? Because there's 3 gunning for you. Do you see? You're already going to have some opportunity put in your hands, and I feel like you're going to be off to see the wizard, so to speak. You know, you're ready to get to Oz. You're ready to activate the dream, and I do see that you got quite an advantage here. But there are 3 here that are gunning for you, and they are close behind, and I do feel like they will catch up. Okay. So you need to activate that vision of yours to be able to look behind you even as you're moving forward. You're going to have to keep your sight focused on moving forward even as your psychic sight is tuned into what's trailing behind. That's what I got, okay? What other magics will Gemini need, Spirit, as they head on up to that Stone of Destiny? What other magics will Gemini need as they head on up to that Stone of Destiny? I almost said need, okay? So there might be a little bit of an unknowable quality to your path. I mean, certainly that's always in play, but I feel like there's almost like riddle energy for the path moving forward. You're really going to have to trust your psychic side. I think of need, and it always makes me think of Odin, the unknowable. You also might want to work with a little rune magic or get to know the runes. It can give you a lot of insight about the energies that are moving through your life and how to best adapt to your circumstances. Okay, that comes in. All right, let's check it out here. Yeah, you see, I already see it. Look, there's 3 showing up here. They will try to appeal to your vanity. They will cast a little bit of a glamour. And their goal with this 2 of Wands is to block your passage up to the North Node. And I'm seeing that X, and it's making me think of an ex of yours, okay? So I feel like this is somebody, yep, and with this flipped up right middle of the deck, the 5 of Swords, okay? So you need to really remember what happened before and have very keen sight, because I do feel like there's a lot of glamour being spun up here. I do feel like they're going to try to cater to your ego a bit and get you to soften. There is a little bit of a betrayal energy brewing here, okay? I'm not so sure why they're gunning for you, but let's get some more details here about the magic you'll need, all right? Again, you know, you've already alchemized so much here, so you just need to really hold on to that precious gold of yours, because you're really about to activate that North Node, and it's going to pay off really big for you. I also feel like you have this talent. You know how to take something that is really a rough, raw deal and transform it into gold, okay? And you've got the Midas touch right now. So you may have been through some really difficult experiences, but I do feel like you are rising above it so strongly. So don't allow yourself to sort of relapse into, you know, that old mental place where you gave people too much room to maneuver when they've been moving, you know, out of pocket for quite a while. You do need to pay heed to what you went through before. It's important in this situation, Gemini. All right. You know, it's like you got that goose with the golden eggs. You could be dealing with a Capricorn in this situation. This could also be just a real activation of the house of Capricorn. So I do feel like there's something here that really puts the spotlight on you, and it gets you some kind of acclaim. It gets you some kind of reward. It also shifts public perception of you in a very positive way. But I feel like, again, you know, there's these three that if you bring them along with you, it's really going to muck this up for you. So don't let go of this special alchemy you've earned that's allowed you to transmute the energy of the South Node and see. You got this like beautiful, like Phoenix rising energy there coming out with the full. This is the North Node energy. This is you on your merry way. But see, you got those dogs nipping at your heels. They're trying to tag along here, and they will distract you. It will hold you back if you give too much focus to this energy. See, they want to rise up there with you. They're almost coming in like saying like, oh yeah, you know, I'm ready to transform that too. I'm ready to leave behind the way things were done in the past. There might be somebody who actually tries to warn you about this, you know, and you might be, you know, sort of prone to trust these other three here. I think you need to be aware, because there is somebody that's like a loyal friend, I feel, that will come your way and say, hey, you need to be careful of this, because these people are going to have you jumping off a cliff and there's not going to be anything there to catch you. And with this energy, we have Aries, Aquarius energy coming in. This is really the opening of your new chapter, though. So don't let this hitchhiker energy come forward with you. You're activating that rebirth energy. You are opening your road. All right. You might want to do a little road opening work for those of you who are alchemists and are on that path. But this is the start of a brand new adventure. I also feel the more that you can tap into humor and absurdity and not get too fixed on plans, the more you'll see the way forward easy going. Let's do a cut of the deck and see what we got here. Yes, okay. You have to be very mindful of what you choose to invest in here, because there's a lot of glamour around a particular lever, Gemini, and you are going to hear from this person. You're going to get a message from them. So this is what you do need to be aware of. It's all about your cloak of perceptibility. Interesting. You've had on a cloak of imperceptibility while you've been trying to perceive a particular situation, but I think you need to mock up your cloak of perceptibility so you can clearly see the intentions of others, and you can see through the glamour, and you don't get caught up at midnight at the oasis, you know, and find out it's just a mirage. Okay, this energy coming through, very important in order for you to get where you need to go. And again, you could be dealing with an earth sign energy here. We already had Virgo energy come out. Could be Taurus, could be Capricorn. And that's what I got as far as what you need to carry you forward. Just use the magic of that hindsight activated as you head on up to the North Node. You got to have that vision coming from the back of your head there, even as you stay focused, okay? Don't let your attention be drawn behind you, because I do feel like there is going to be some chaos stirred up here that you can get roped into pretty easily, and you do need to be mindful of this, okay? We're going to use the Dragon Tarot here, Tarot of the Dragons. Take a little sip here. And we are going to dive into your quest read. We got a Sire of Swords here, okay? So I do feel this is your energy. Do you see? You've already activated Fragorop, the Sword of Truth. You're standing on your truth. You're in a really strong position right now. You are currently activating this transformation, and you absolutely will land on that Stone of Destiny so long as you don't get caught up in this, okay? So stay live, Gemini, stay live. You know, not everybody out there is doing the work. You do have to be aware of this. That energy is still in play, you know. Pluto is still on the scene, and yes, it's nice to have Pluto moving into Aquarius. It gives us a little bit more breathing room. It brings in a bit more merrymaking. It brings in a bit more adventure, okay? But there's still, you know, the powers that be. There's still the corruption. There's still those outside energies that we need to overthrow that are in opposition to the destiny that we're activating now, not only collectively, but as individuals. And your collective energy is front and center at this time, especially in the realm of communication, okay? So just be aware of how you feel when you enter into communications with people here, okay? What is Gemini's quest on the road to the Stone of Destiny? Give us an overarching theme, overarching energy for Gemini's quest on the road to the Stone of Destiny Spirit. What is the overarching theme, the energy of Gemini's quest on the road to the Stone of Destiny Spirit? We got here. Ooh, Nine of Cups, personal fulfillment. I mean, you do know what you desire here. And I feel you got a dragon here by your side that is helping to protect your treasure. I do feel there's this peace coming in. You got the Midas touch, and you will be able to turn any difficulties into the stuff of gold. But you do need to be aware of having protection as you move forward here, because like I said, there's others here, there's bandits on the way. And they do have their eyes on the same prize, right? So let's see what the nature of your quest is here, Gemini. Yes, see? 3 of Wands. This is good energy. You've cleared a lot off of your path. You do have a view from your vantage point where you'll be as you step into this quest. I do see that you have a view where you can spot them coming in before these ships even arrive, okay? And you do need to be aware of this energy because it's like an interception energy. It's a blocking energy. And see, what do we have? What do we have here? We have the Fool once again, all right? So stay focused on where you're going, all right? Because I do feel like this energy is coming in to try to thwart you on your way. Now, it's interesting because remember, I said there was that one character, the false face. There is somebody here that you've had by your side for a while. And they're like, you know, a companion here on your path. But you should be aware because there's 3 energies here that are trying to intercept. And there's 2 that are sort of checking things out, scoping things out on the periphery. One of them is somebody that's been beside you for a while. That white tiger energy has to deal a lot with endurance. And I do feel like you have an emotional connection to this person. They could be born in the year of the tiger. I have to say, in Chinese astrology, that could be an identifying factor. You know, you may be pulled to take a certain risk that they are warning you about. They may be telling you to go a more sensible route, to slow down, be more responsible, when actually maybe you are meant to really take a risk here because, see, you've already arrived at the sweetness of the bloom. It's like you've transformed something that was a real source of pain here. And I feel like whoever this character is, it's that same energy as the dog. So it could be somebody born in the year of the dog as well. There could be somebody here that they're acting as if they are warning you and trying to protect you, maybe getting you to take less of a risk or just slow down. but you shouldn't, because there's something here you're already very certain of. They may tell you, you know, you're going to crash and burn if you go this route. But see, it's because they're trying to line things up in such a way where these other two can come in. And I feel like if you don't pay attention to that, it's going to block this passage to the Stone of Destiny, all right? So there's something here you really need to suss out. Let me go ahead and do a cut of the deck to get a little bit more information on that. Yeah, look, here's the conflict. Here's the chaos. Here's the Five of Wands, all right? So yeah, be prepared, okay? Because this is like the battle royale here. That's what it'll stir up. It'll stir up the competition. And the competition for what? You landing at this position here, fully in charge of your destiny, activating that Stone of Destiny, the Leofoil. Yes, be aware, okay? Be aware. And see, there's somebody beside you here. See the little dragon on your shoulder? You've had somebody who has been by your side for a while, and you're sort of prone to overlook it as somebody that could throw a wrench in the works. Now, who is this character? You probably had some suspicions about this character before. You know, your hackles were raised once before, twice, 3 times, 5 times, I don't know. But I do feel like there's already been stuff that's alerted you about this particular character, but you're choosing to kind of turn a blind eye to it with the blind spots that opened up your present path. Be aware of this, okay? Because I do feel like a conflict could be brewing. And it doesn't have the feel of like a fair fight. This is like people ganging up on one person, and that ain't cool, okay? So you don't want to get roped into this. You do not want to get roped into this. I think as long as you keep your vision activated, you're not going to be fooled by this, okay? What is Gemini's nemesis on the way forward to the Stone of Destiny? What is Gemini's nemesis on the road to the Stone of Destiny? What is Gemini's nemesis on the road to the Stone of Destiny, Spirit? Oh my gosh, I can't make it up. 3 of Cups. It's these 3. That's your nemesis. I'm already laying it out for you. It's these 3 that are coming around to stir up the winds of chaos. You have to be aware of this. This could even be 3 that work in circle. This could be 3 that work in circle to stir up chaos, dissension, conflict, distraction, okay? You need to be aware of these 3. I have it very strongly coming in here. And it does seem like you're still connected to one of these people, all right? Let's check it out. Who is the nemesis? Who is the nemesis on Gemini's path? Who is the nemesis on Gemini's path? I just heard they could even be sending somebody in proxy to sort of like soften the entry here, make you more amiable, like willing to let these people in against your better judgment, okay? Be aware of this. What is the nemesis that Gemini needs to be aware of as they head toward that Stone of Destiny, Spirit? What is the nemesis? Okay, this landed right on top of the Fool, right? Again, as a blocking energy. So what do we got here? The 3 of Wands. Do you see what I mean? It's this 3. It's this 3. These 3. One of them is an ex, okay? One of them is somebody you dealt with before, and you've been on like a repeat loop with this person, okay? But there's 2 that come in connected to this ex. You may be in touch with somebody right now that's like a false face. In other words, in some way, they're connected to these 3. And so you do need to be mindful of it, because then you're going to be embroiled in that 5 of Wands energy. These are competitors. In some way, they have their sights set on the same thing. They want to cut you off at the pass, okay? Don't fall for it. What's the spirit ally for Gemini as they head on that Stone of Destiny, Spirit? What is the spirit ally for Gemini as they head on up to that Stone of Destiny, Spirit? What is the spirit ally that is there to assist Gemini as they head on up to that stone of destiny spirit? The Hierophant. Okay, so you could have a Taurus in this situation that can be beneficial to you in some way. I also feel this is spirit having your back, reminding you of things that have happened before, reminding you of what you are currently manifesting right now, reminding you that you've gotten out of the jungle and you've seen your way to a clearing here. And you are about to activate that stone of destiny. I feel like there's a lot of protection around you. Okay, a lot of protection around you. And there's your dragon that's warding over that north node for you, protecting what you're creating here. But do you see, there's somebody you have by your side right now that's a bit of a snake energy, all right? They're like a snake in the grass. They're a false face. And this person's advising you or guiding you in some way. It could be a Scorpio, I have to say. Okay, snake is associated with Scorpio on the medicine wheel. Then we have this Jaguar energy coming in here. And Jaguar is about the unknown. It's also about impeccable integrity, okay? So there's still these three here. We have an iguana, and it also looks like a monkey energy. So there's something here about you might want to do a bit of journeying work. You might want to do a bit of deep diving into sort of like the subconscious. This can be very beneficial for you, so you can just really like power up. I feel like you need to get powered up by spirit, especially with your ancestors and doing this journeying work. You can learn how to journey if you check out any of the videos that are on the playlist for Medicine Bag. There's a Medicine Bag playlist here on BroadCoven, and there's a soul retrieval series. And I kind of guide how you can lead yourself through a journeying meditation. You can use that journeying meditation to call back like your personal magics, call back your power, or even soul parts. Okay, so it can be used in many different ways. I will remember to pin in the comments after this airs that particular video so you can tap into that, because it does teach you how to journey, right? There could be a Taurus of significance in connection to this too, but I do feel like, you know, you're going to get there, right? You are. As long as you remember what you're leaving behind and what you're moving out of, you'll see your way clear. It's one of those things that almost reminds me of the story of Lot's wife, and they're getting out of Sodom and Gomorrah, right? But she turns around, she looks one last time, and she turns into a pillar of salt. It's that kind of energy. It's like you really have to stay focused on where you're going right now, because if you get sort of duped into looking behind you, you too could get lost to the sands of time. That's what it feels like here. Okay, so be careful about this. All right, give me more details about this spirit ally coming in for Gemini spirit on the way to the stone of destiny. Give me more details about this spirit ally coming in for Gemini on the way to the stone of destiny spirit. What is the spirit ally? Judgment. Okay, so look, there's the three again. I see you rising on up, though. I mean, you do have so much warding over the stone of destiny. You will find that passageway through. I got hidden passageway. Okay, so this is very interesting, because you may think that you're going to head down a particular track to get where you need to go. You may even see in the near future this like door of opportunity open up for you. But I believe that that door of opportunity actually leads to a hidden corridor that leads you to another door that is the unseen door. And that's what's going to allow you to sort of like blaze a trail, and these others will get lost in that jungle back there or that dark wood with the 8 of Cups, okay? Because this is the crossing energy. So there's a lot that's going to be coming through here with the light of the new moon. And I also feel there's a lot that could come in here that makes you feel like maybe you're not out of that dark wood. Maybe you didn't make it out of the jungle, right? It's an illusion. Don't get suckered by that. You have found the way through here, but you do have these 3 that are going to really try to rise up. They're those digging ghosts. You know, you already buried this, but they're going to try to resurface and stir some stuff up here. You just have to ward against it. Spirit ally is judgment. There's already been a judgment in your favor. So keep going where you're going. Also, Libra could be an ally as well, right? This is also just speaking of, you've already transformed the energy of the South Node with Libra at the South Node. So keep on rising on up into the Aries energy of the North Node, okay? Don't look back. You're not going that way, all right? As long as you stay on track, I see it working out well for you. What is the lay of the land for Gemini as they move forward towards this stone of destiny, Spirit? What is the lay of the land for Gemini as they continue to head toward this stone of destiny, Spirit? What is the lay of the land for Gemini? Woo, okay, quite a bit wanted to come out there. More blocking energy, okay? Every time I see this crossing energy coming out, it reminds me of blocking energy. And I'm looking at the way this blocking energy is coming out. It's here are these cards that are going to give you some guidance about the lay of the land. And this is that intercepting energy. You already have one person you're in touch with right now, because I see the edge of this card is just touching these cards that are giving you some guidance about the lay of the land here. Pretty soon, though, if you allow this energy in, or you allow yourself to be misled and you don't follow your own internal directive about this, this will come forward and it will cock block you. It will. It will prevent your new beginnings. So let's see first, what is the lay of the land here for you? Page of Wands energy here, okay? This is a very enterprising energy. Oh, and there is the snake wrapped around this character's wrist, this dragon's wrist with the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is a quintessential Sagittarian energy, okay? You could be dealing with a Sagittarius here. Could be a fire sign energy. Could be an Aries. Could be a Leo. They're coming in with a lot of fire. They're sort of blazing a trail here, or they want to. They say they know the way forward. But see, with that snake wrapped around their arm, they could be the one you need to watch out for here. They might lead you astray. This is interesting with the 3 stones of destiny off in the distance. Just saying, okay? Yeah, you got to be really mindful of what you invest in here with the 7 of Pentacles. And the way this dragon is wrapping around the tree, it's reminding me of the serpent, and that tree of knowledge. There's something here about temptation. Be aware of what you choose to buy into here, that it's not poisonous, that it's not going to lead you back to this place of the 8 of Swords, a sort of gilded cage. See, look at these 8 of Swords, all the blocking energy there. Do you see there's all these flowers here? And those look like morning glories, okay? Morning glories here. And morning glories, you know, morning glories are poisonous. They sure are pretty. They signal the dawn of a new day, right? They only bloom, they're only open in the morning. But there's something here that, you know, can't eat a morning glory, okay? Can't eat a morning glory. We had midnight at the Oasis. What's the story? Morning glory came in on the last read I did. Okay. Also, the band Smashing Pumpkins came in connection with that. Oh, Smashing Pumpkins. You had the protection card, remember, with the jack-o'-lantern. They want to do something to destroy your protection and get you caught up here. See, I feel like you're really like covered right now. You're warded, but your protection is around, you've already made certain judgment calls. We know that. You have judgment upright here. You already exercise sound judgment in some way, but somebody here has a way of kind of convincing you otherwise, maybe to question your judgment. Don't. You're going to end up stuck again here with the Eight of Swords, all right? Be mindful of this. Why? Because there's a lot of glamour going on in this situation with the Seven of Cups. And see, you've already got this dragon egg here. It's about to hatch and give you the protection you need to head on up to the activation of the Stone of Destiny. We've got that Phoenix rising energy here. But you need to be aware of some characters here on the periphery that could get in the way of what you are trying to call into being here. It's interesting that there's this jewel in the center here because I'm in process of working on a download for the collective that has something to do with a cursed jewel. So be aware of gifts you take from others too. Okay, not all that glitters is gold, all right? It may not be the good luck it appears with that koi fish there, okay? And again, here's that white tiger, you know, somebody's been by your side for a long time. And, you know, with this energy here, they may be telling you, look, I know how you can get where you need to go. I know how you can get to your destiny. I really associate the stag with arriving at that north node point, activating the Stone of Destiny. So you do need to be mindful of this here, because you are currently in process of, you know, coming into this gold. I got that. You got the goose that lays the golden eggs. You know, you've already like mastered something here. I think of that Capricorn energy that's associated with the goose on the medicine wheel. And that Capricorn energy also makes me think of the devil in tarot. And there's something here that it used to chain you, but you overcame it. You transmuted it. And with this Midas touch, you got a double message here coming in another deck. You're about to achieve this 10 of Pentacles, right? But what do we got here? 8 of Wands, okay? So there's a lot of fast moving energy here. There's a lot of communication coming in here. And there's a lot that you could get caught up in, because especially if you felt kind of held back for a while, if things start moving forward and people come forward and they're offering you enticing opportunities, but you're not really taking a moment to think about, well, what am I biting into here exactly? You could really be taking more risk than is worth the reward. It may even sacrifice your reward. And even though we do have this dragon energy that is warding your north node, warding your destiny here, do you see all this fire that's also coming at it? So be aware of the people that are communicating with you. Read between the lines and trust your gut. Where something doesn't feel right, do be aware that there could be this blocking energy in play. I know that your judgment is sound, Gemini, so you got to trust your judgment here. It's already been on lock, on point. We see that clearly with judgment upright. The only thing that could do you in is if you continue to like dig up the old cycle or allow these people to bring up a bunch of old stuff that's going to cause problems on your path. Let's see what the blocking energy is here. Yep, here it comes. There you are. You got the 7 of Wands here. Do you see? So you're in a position of a vantage point. But do you see now, there's not just you standing in this position of having like the higher ground here. I mean, this energy that's coming at you, it's beneath you. But it's one of those energies that reminds me of like Gremlins, right? Don't feed them after midnight and don't get them wet or they multiply. It's also like Bebe's kids. We don't die, we multiply. You know what I'm saying? Because now where you had one by your side, here's two. And where there's two, then soon there will be three. And then there will be more. Remember that theme of the webs you're weaving right now, okay? This is energy that could block you. Be mindful of who you are really collaborating with in calling forward this energy you want to build for your future here, right? It really wants to be exemplified here, and I want you to pay attention to that because you're on such a strong track. Okay, let's have a look. What is the beef, man? Why all the opposition? Why all this attempting to block you moving forward here? Why all the interference? What is the beef? What is the meat of the matter? Between those nice pieces of bread, they're sandwiching everything, the flattery, you know, the smiles, the false fronts, you know, what is this? What is the meat of the matter? What is the beef? Highlight this for Gemini spirit. Gemini need to be aware of your bottom of the deck. Oh, look at this. It's all South Node stuff. Look at this. Justice in reverse. See, you've already turned this energy upright with judgment, and this is going to get you caught back up in an old cycle. Look what we got there. We got the owl. The owl is Sagittarius on the medicine wheels. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius in relation to this. And with the mouse on the other side that's got that cheese there, this is about be mindful of the details. Don't overlook things. If something's like, that feels a little off. I don't know about that. Something feels like a little bit sus there. Don't just pass it off as nothing or that's not anything I need to worry about. No, that's something you need to pay attention to. The details count for a lot right now, and it was 51:55 on the clock when I brought that in. That 6 energy with the 51, that's all about the activating of your vision, you coming into a position of really being able to move forward on purpose. And with that 55 energy, that's the chaos, that's the destabilizing energy, that's the conflict. And it's old stuff. I feel like you already brought a lot of this to a close, but you got somebody here. They come with others in tow, and they'll bring those others in with them down the road. So just be mindful of what you're entertaining here, Gemini. You can give some more details here, please. What is this beef? What is the meat of the matter? I mean, I'm pretty sure we got it covered. I mean, it looks like they want whatever you got your sights set on here. They want to head you off at the pass for some reason. I don't know why they're in opposition to you activating your destiny, though, but maybe we can get some more details here. Oh, I see, because maybe somebody is being held accountable in this situation. Could be a Pisces. Also, it's a hidden enemy, somebody who's worked at odds to you in the past. And in some way, you moving forward in the way you are is foiling their plans and it's hanging them up. See, this person can't move forward unless you get out of the way, okay? So it's sort of like there's somebody here who's pulling the strings, right? They know that they can't get what they want if you continue to head toward what you're about to claim here. That's what I got, all right? And in some way, this person is caught up right now. They're on hold. They're on hold because they're being held accountable. Jaguar is coming out of here, okay? Hangman energy. All right. So in other words, they have to halt you because if they don't halt you, then they can't get where they want to go. And they got somebody else here who's sort of guiding them and they're caught up, all right? So any of these energies could be involved in your situation. We got Aries energy, Aquarian energy out here. We had Virgo energy, Taurus energy came in pretty strongly. Sagittarian energy, Leo energy, Libra energy, all right, your energy front and center. of course, naturally, all right? So just be aware of this, okay? What consequences does Gemini have to deal with as a result of their past actions, Spirit? Because, you know, we all got work to do during this cycle. We're all moving through this energy together. And until we reach that point of next summer in 2025, we won't have those nodes of destiny shifts. So we're still doing a lot of transmuting work at this time. So, you know, what are the consequences Gemini needs to deal with as a result of past actions? Okay, a little blocking energy there for you too. This is something you're still in the process of transmuting, and see, there's a couple here keeping an eye on you on the periphery here. You are feeling quite burdened at this time. You are feeling overloaded. You may be feeling a bit burnt out, but I feel it's because you've let other people put this stuff on you. All you need to do is drop it with the 10 of Wands here, right? You may be feeling really tired. You may be feeling burnt out, exhausted, or you just feel like totally weighed down here. You may not realize that's energy that's being put on you. Again, you need to protect your energy more here, you know? Be mindful of who you're sharing your energy with here with the 3 of Swords. Isn't it interesting? Look at those 3 of Swords stabbed into that stone of destiny there. Whatever this is that you're activating, they want to create loss for you. They don't want you to achieve this. I think to these people, I hate to say it, but as long as you don't get this, they're happy. And I don't like seeing energy like that come out, but this energy is in the collective. Like somebody wants to bring you a tower. Somebody wants you to experience getting so close, but like, nope, no cigar, not quite. They want to keep you in this cycle of loss. So this isn't an interfering energy. It keeps coming through as 3 that you really need to be mindful of here. What's crossing here? 6 of Wands. Ooh. I like this though. I like this because your dragon's already got one caught up. And I feel that that is that Pisces energy, that hangman energy, okay? So maybe there's somebody here that's missing from the scene who's usually on the scene. That might give you a clue about who this character is, or it will in the future here. Your dragon's already got somebody sequestered here. Your ancestors already got a hold of somebody, and they're about to, you know, handle that matter quite effectively. So this might be a little bit of a rescue party. You know, they're trying to save this person's butt by coming in and getting in your way here, slowing you down, burdening you so you can't continue to progress here. But with the 6 of Wands, as long as you keep moving forward and you don't forget those magics that were introduced to you in the beginning, and with that, it was 57:57 on the clock. You will get beyond this, and you will have a little bit of spiritual help along the way to get you through. I do feel like Spirit's kind of favoring you at this time. So I think you've done your work. It's just about you really remembering, you know, what's important to you here, you know. Remember your heart and where it's guiding you. Remember all you went through to get here. Remember the tower that's already fallen. You don't need to go through another lesson again. Stay the course, okay? Don't let them distract you. Don't let them interfere. And don't let them make you question your judgment. That's so important, Gemini, because your judgment's on lock. So I see you've already transformed this energy. The only thing you could do that could screw you up at this time is if you get sucked back into the old cycle. So don't go that way, okay? What is the power for Gemini to gain through self-mastery as they head on up to that Stone of Destiny, Spirit? What is the power for Gemini to gain as they move forward on the road to that Stone of Destiny, Spirit? Yes. Ooh, flipped up right in the middle there. Yes, I love this. This is so perfect. It's like so much affirmation. Gemini, look, there's your Ace of Cups. It's being protected. by your dragon. You've already got your new beginning here. You got the cauldron of Dagda. You've already healed yourself. You've moved beyond something. But again, you could get distracted by these three and helping them with their healing work and getting them up to speed. And this is what's going to really sabotage you and hold you back with the Seven of Swords. All right? Because somebody here has a bone to pick. And I feel it's somebody you're already connected to. You have a closeness with whoever this person is, right? And there's two just waiting to get the in here, right? It's like they're using somebody to soften your usual defenses because they know that they're on the outs with you. So that lets me know that you already went through something shady here. It's still the same old Gemini. Don't get fooled by this, okay? What's at stake for Gemini and their party? They're meant to weave this web with, because I do see, you're going to build a new community here. There are new characters who are coming into this storyline, and you're building the light together. You're building a web of community and connectivity, right? So this is what you need to be aware of. Don't let them intercept this. What's at stake for you and those that you are meant to come together with here, Gemini, as you activate your North Node, that North Star, that guiding light? What's at stake? Oh my goodness. It's so clear. It's like Spirit's really up in your face with this message. The Five of Cups, for all to be lost if you tarry too long looking back at the past, or if you allow yourself to go into that place of gullibility, just ignoring what you already know, and then all will be lost. I feel like there's one person here that you are really meant to journey forward with, and that will become clear. There's some alignment that's coming in here for you, somebody you're going to partner with that will help you expand your community and come together with the right people that you're meant to do this journey to your North Node with, okay? There is some beautiful alignment that wants to come in here for you, but it really could be lost if you get taken in. You need to be aware of this. Don't look back into what you know is like the abyss. If you stare too long into the abyss will also stare into you. And then before you know it, you're caught up in the glamour and you don't know what the difference is between the abyss and heading up to that North Node, right? So I feel like this could really throw you off track, okay? More details on this. More details on this for Gemini. Blocking energy. Yes, okay. I like this because this is an energy that's working for you. 10 of Wands in reverse. Do you see? You're supposed to release this. You're supposed to release yourself from the burden that others have put on you. You're supposed to let this go, as well as these outside energies that are trying to tap in, okay? This is so important for you. You cannot take this on, whatever this is. It will block your path. It will burden you. It will slow you down. It will slow you down. And there's all this symbolism coming through in association with this energy with chains, okay? You don't need to be chained to this anymore. And this could be holdover energy too, just since you had the ancestral energy really open up your read. This could be like you've already been the one who broke the link in that chain that held you back, that maybe even held your bloodline back. You could be a generational curse breaker, and you're activating something that is the dream of your bloodline, coming through you to that place of fulfillment, something that's been intercepted time and time again. You could get caught up in this, some cycles of energy, they repeat generation after generation. It may be different characters. It's the same kind of thwarting energy. And I feel like this is what this is. So you do need to be aware of this, okay? It's really important here. And with that, bottom of the deck energy, Queen of Cups being highlighted. This may be the one who's really good at stirring up some glamour here, just because it came out with that Hangman, it could be a Pisces. I feel like this is a hidden element. It's a hidden enemy. That 12th house deals with the blind spot. So there is something here that you're prone to maybe bring along for the ride that should be left behind. It will burden you. Okay. So there's something you need to be very aware of at this time in relation to this. What's at stake for the new world that Gemini is trying to bring into being, Spirit? What's at stake for the new world that Gemini is trying to bring into being here, Spirit? Say, head on up to that stone of destiny. What's at stake for the new world that Gemini is trying to bring into being here, Spirit? Four of Pentacles in reverse. Wow, look at that. You don't only lose the 10. You go down to the 4 and even that is rocked. Like your security is really rocked here. Everything you built is rocked and is subject to be stolen. Do you see? Look at this. This dragon is holding on to that like Ace of Pentacles energy. What's there? 3 of Pentacles. It's these 3 that are working together. Don't align yourself with these 3. You'll know what this is. If you don't know it now because it's your blind spot, oh, you'll become aware of it as long as you pay attention. There's 3 here that you need to leave out of this loop because this will work against you big time. It will. What's at stake for Gemini? Ooh, that came out right away and it came out in reverse. Look at this. Empress in reverse. Taurus energy, Libra energy. This is also not being able to transform that energy of the South Node. This is not seeing the growth. This is not seeing the dream come to fruition. What do we got coming in with that? 2 of Cups in reverse, not coming into alignment. Remember that with the 5 of Cups, you're supposed to come into alignment with another. You'll lose this. You won't come into alignment with this person. And with that, what's the problem here? Ooh, we got the 3 of Pentacles. There's those 3. And now all that old stuff that was buried, all those old bones to pick, they've been dug up. And here we are again. You're caught up at the South Node. That's a pretty heavy price to pay. After you already got through doing this work, you don't want to let this happen. It's not necessary. It's not necessary, Gemini. So don't fall for it, okay? Don't fall for it. Yeah. Look at this. Just continue to hold this energy at bay. You got your truth. You know how to cut through the illusion. You got your protection with the 4 of Swords. You're already totally warded by Spirit. Let these 3 go. They'll bring nothing but grief, disappointment, separation from what you're supposed to come into now. It is just one message after the other, reiterating what's already been said here. So that's important, okay? What's the cookie for Gemini if they stay on track? What is the sweet reward for Gemini if they stay on track? We got the Queen of Pentacles here, okay? And there's that Ace of Pentacles that's up in the tree, and you got all of these dragon eggs here. And we do have this rabbit here. Now, rabbit is trickster medicine. Give me more clarification on this here, okay? There's a couple rabbits here. You got a couple tricksters here. They're multiplying, just like the gremlins. Don't get them wet or feed them after midnight. Ooh, don't get them wet. There might be somebody you want to avoid, like connecting with intimately here, because it could multiply your problems. And that could be a way that they get an in to get access to this new beginning of yours. Just be mindful of that. A little side note energy. Give me more information about this Queen of Pentacles for Gemini, please, about this cookie. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles. Earth sign energy again, okay? This could be somebody you've been involved with in the past, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Also, descendant energy, since it looks like somebody you've been romantically involved with. They could also be a Pisces rising, Scorpio rising, Cancer rising, okay? Tell me more about this cookie, I'm wondering, just with the trickster medicine there, it's making me wonder if you're going to be like presented a cookie and you can take it in the slang term for that. Like somebody's going to present you a cookie. Here, you want to put your hand in the cookie jar? And then the next thing you know, babies, kids. They don't die, they multiply. Okay, it's a trap. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, we just had that card come out on top of that Queen of Pentacles there. I do want clarification around this energy. Ace of Pentacles, okay? Yeah, I mean, how many is in here? There's 4 in here. Look. Ace of Pentacles, okay? You got a new beginning you're activating here. It's your Ace of Pentacles. What do we have in that nest that this Queen of Pentacles is looking over? We have 4 eggs, okay? One of these is your new beginning, okay? This is yours and it's protected, but you do have trickster energy around you that might try to coax you, okay, into connecting with them again. It feels like somebody you've been intimate with before, somebody you've already had romantic involvement with before, and this could intercept the energy. It's like, it's so much of your read is like, you're on the right track, so don't blow it now over some temptation, taking a risk that's just like not really using your noggin. You know what I'm saying? I think it just really wants to highlight this for you, that you're already on track here. It's almost like don't fall into a trap that you fell into before, because it feels like this is something you're already familiar with, but you could be prone to sort of soften around it. And it's almost like saying, no, like you exercise really sound judgment in that case. You'll know what this is, or you will when you arrive at this point, okay? Give me more details about the cookie, the reward. What is this Ace of Pentacles that's coming in here for Gemini? What is this Ace of Pentacles that's coming in for Gemini that others seem so like attached to? What is this Ace of Pentacles? I know it's about you coming into alignment with somebody, okay? So there could be like a jealous ex energy connected to this who wants to prevent you coming into alignment with this person. Or this could be a competitor, you know, they want this opportunity with this person. Oh, and with that, 3 cards come out, okay? Page of Cups. Page of Cups here, okay? Water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Page of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You're going to hear from a couple people here. Crossing energy, the 5 of Cups. This is what it is. It's reiterating it for you. And then 9 of Pentacles here, okay? No, you got to keep on rising up, okay? 1 foot in front of the other. Take your time, okay? Stay to the tried and true path that you have your sights set on now. You see, you're already leaving this behind. You're already on your way. You've got that Ace of Pentacles. You're activating this right now. So the person that you're hearing from, they could have strong water and earth in their chart, okay? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And strong Taurus, because there we go again, okay? Just highlighting it with the Hierophant. You need to be aware of this, all right? Because not only are you coming into alignment with the 10 of Pentacles, but also the 10 of Cups, okay? So there's something here. There's something here you really need to pay attention to, because this is interesting. Like you've already left here. You've already like started to take the leap, but now here's these 3 energies kind of like calling you back. And you're about to activate that 4th jewel, that 4th treasure, the Tuatha De Danann, the Stone of Destiny. Look, it's all there waiting for you, but you're tarrying too long. And if you do that, you're going to get sucked up and sucked back into this drama. You know, you might get sucked up into this drama by sort of like saying, oh, well, let me give them a helping hand, you know, beware Goldilocks, you know, you're just about to be at that just right place, but here come the three bears, all right? They have their sights set on what you're about to obtain here, right? It's really just saying what you want, that cookie, that sweet reward, it's already yours. Don't fumble it now, okay? Don't fumble it now. It's pretty cut and dry, pretty simple. For having so many blind spots, this is very clear. So it must be really hard to acknowledge this about this particular character on your path. You know, it might be really hard for you to acknowledge that in some way, this connection is holding you back or interfering in where you're meant to go now, okay? Show me the target, please, Spirit. What is the target that Gemini should be aiming for in relation to their journey toward that stone of destiny? What is the target that Gemini should be aiming for, Spirit? What is the target Gemini should be aiming for with that new moon in Sagittarius that comes in on November 30th, December 1st, depending on where they are in the world? What is the target that Gemini should be aiming for, Spirit, to stay on track? This got left behind of its own accord, so we're going to take that. Okay. Ooh, bottom of the deck energy. We have a Queen of Wands, okay? Queen of Wands in reverse. Now, there's a couple different energies that come in with a Queen of Wands in reverse. This is either somebody who is throwing around manipulative magic, or this is somebody who is working a situation to their advantage and could be somebody who is a bit of a seductress or is a mistress energy, a little bit of a succubus, incubus kind of energy that you need to be aware of. It's also a very forceful, selfish energy, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This came in before. What is this that came out of its own accord? Oh, I love that. It marked somebody for you. 9 of Wands in reverse, okay? This person is coming around to strip you of your defenses. And you could lose it all. You see those 3 stones of destiny in the background here, okay? Be careful of this character. You have to have your hackles up about this character here. I'm telling you, you could lose big, all right? So it's just really a cautionary tale here. I feel like it's telling you to let this person go because they're interfering. So if there's like a mistress energy hanging around that maybe you're very tempted by, you'd be best to cut that off, okay? If this is somebody that you were involved with before and you ended the relationship and they're coming around and it's getting hot and heavy and they're trying to take it there, you would be best not to go there, okay? And if you suspect that somebody's been throwing some stuff around or manipulating others or causing problems for you, stirring up chaos, ward, ward, ward. Put up the blocks. Make sure that you got your protection in place so this energy can't interfere, and then you'll have no problem getting where you need to go. It really came in very clear for you, very clear cut. I mean, the whole reading, very clear cut. Cut of the deck energy, okay? Let's make it even clearer with one final cut here, and then I'll get you some numbers and letters. Sire of Pentacles, okay? So this is the activation of that North Node. I do feel like somebody comes in here and they try to represent themselves as like a really big kind of commanding energy, but they're just peanuts, man. And I see, you know, you're holding on to that Ace of Pentacles here, and you got this dragon like trying to, you know, ward from this energy. It's a little thing. It's a little thing, but it can become a big thing, you know, if you give it an in. That's what I got. Got Earth sign energy coming out here pretty strongly for you. And yes, you are meant to transform this energy. This is an Ace of Wands. The power is in your hands. You already got this power in your hands. You have the Spear of Lu. So I do feel like this is just saying, you know, blow this energy off, okay? Blow it off, retain this new beginning you got here. Go and activate your North Node. Go activate your destiny and take that direction for yourself. You're leading the charge here, okay? It'll pay off really big for you, all right? This energy looks good as long as you don't let other people tamper with it, all right? So don't let other people get in the way here, Gemini. Let's go ahead and dive into some numbers. Let me just clear this energy out of the way so I can drop in here and see what wants to come in here for you in terms of any numbers, as well as I'm going to bring out the makeshift spirit board action with the letter dice. So when I bring in numbers and when I bring in names and such, these names, it could be your name, and it's just highlighting like, hey, really pay attention to this message. It could be another person you're dealing with, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that person did it. It can, but you have to trust your intuition in regard to that and how it's speaking to you, right? I want to make that very clear. Same thing with the numbers, okay? They could be your birth date. They could be your life path number. It could be somebody you're dealing with. Again, it's going to be different for everybody because it's a collective read. So just pay attention to how it's speaking to you. You'll know how it's speaking to you. Let's get you your numbers first. What are the numbers of significance coming through for Gemini as they head on up to that stone of destiny, Spirit? Look at this. See, you are free and clear. So just keep going. Don't stop now. Pass go. You're almost there, okay? Just stay on track. You're not caught up here. You could be dealing with a life path number one. I also feel like you got a lot of aces on deck here, okay? So things are heading in a good direction for you. There's a lot of new beginnings up ahead. The first is going to be so powerful for you. There's something about this new moon that will signal it's go time for you to really move forward. Once you start, don't stop. You'll open up the new year on a really strong foot, okay? You might even be celebrating in some way. And a Capricorn, again, Capricorn energy coming in. A Capricorn may be very beneficial, I must say, okay, for moving things forward. Because a lot of the Capricorn energy was coming in around some kind of advancement for you, all right? So I do feel like something might pop off in Capricorn season as well. That's part of this new beginning. That'll bring some kind of celebration. But with that moving forward, do leave 3 behind, okay? You could be dealing with a life path number 3. I also feel that time period between the 1st and the 4th of December will be very important for you. You could be dealing with a life path 4 here, okay? Also, January, March, and April will be very important months for you, okay? Let's get you some letters here and get some makeshift spirit board messages out here for Gemini and on up to that stone of destiny. Let's see what wants to come through here for you, Gemini. All right. Take another sip here. Okay, we got the name Jay. We also got Jason. Okay.
Okay.
We got the name Yasmin. We got the name Maya. Also, Maya means illusion. Okay, so be aware of this. Maya could be a connecting point for who is spinning some illusion in this situation, especially if Maya is a Pisces. Okay, that's coming in because that Pisces energy seemed very connected to that. Yes. With that, I got the coat. Okay. The coat of perceptibility. Okay. So maybe there's something that just got perceived there for someone. Pay attention to that message right there. Right. That could be the Queen of Wands energy as well. So do be live to that. Okay. I got a day coming through. So there might be a special message about a particular day when there might be something to be perceived around that. Okay, so let me see what we got coming in around that. We got Monday. Okay, Monday coming in very strongly there. We also have Sunday. So Sunday, Monday. You could have already had something happen that sort of alerted you. You were right about that. Something about your sun too, as in S-U-N, your happiness, okay? Could be a Leo connected to this situation. A Leo who is, let me see, do I got it? A Leo who is a mother. There's a little bit of moth medicine you need to invoke in that situation there, okay? Moth medicine is very similar to butterfly medicine. The only difference is moth medicine is very much about transmuting the shadow, okay? So be aware of that. Okay, something coming through around time in relation to this, okay? So let me see what we got here. Time. Time clue. Time clue, okay. Let's see if I can get a month. Time clue. January comes in, okay, got January. That was one of the months that was highlighted for you. March, okay. That came through for you as well. See if there's April. No, I don't have April, okay? So January, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. March, you could be dealing with a Pisces, okay? You could be dealing with an Aries, all right? It's chess, not checkers, okay? There is strategy in play here. Don't be a pawn, all right? I got the name Tia. I got the name Dan. I got the name Danny. It's been coming out a lot in a lot of reads. I also got Tiamat, which could give you a clue about the energy somebody's working with as far as those who are throwing any kind of magic around. I got New Jersey. I got Missouri. Got Michigan. Could all be places of importance. Got Illinois. Got ECUs, continuing education units. So this could be connected to somebody that you went to school with, or this could be connected to a nurse. Nurses are usually required to get continuing education units. Somebody, when they text a lot, they text IMO, in my opinion, okay? I got Luda. Somebody's a Ludacris fan, or they like that song, Move. Get out the way, get out the way. You need to get this person to move out of your way, all right? That's what I got. They need to move out the way. And I do got way. Yep. Yep. This person may be trying to find a way in, okay? So be aware of that. They are trying to find a way in. I got Tita, okay? So could be a connection to someone's Tita. If you know, you know. Right? Oh, interesting. I got K there. I didn't see the K before. Yeah. Yeah, we got if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Okay. That's what I got for you. Letters E, C, U, R, N, J, S. Double S's could be significant. Double C's could be significant. I'll let you know where the doubles are, okay? Because they could be factoring in strongly in a situation. Oh my goodness, we got a lot of eyes here, okay? A lot of eyes. We got 4 eyes. I is really significant. Okay, double T's, triple T's. T is significant. Got Treasure. U, N, D. We got triple A's. Okay, there could be a triple A connection too. Somebody may have had, like, you know, issues with their car or something. Got Mo there coming in with that. W, L, U, double U's too, okay? I don't, no, I don't, do I? Ursula coming through with that too, okay? Tennessee around that. JD, the name JD as well, okay? All right, that's what I got for you, Gemini. Hope it helps you, and Godspeed on the way to activating your destiny. You're almost there. Don't stop now for this nonsense.